What's going on, y'all? Back here again with your first installment of the Classic Pack. Picking out some classic movies that are only worthy of being on the Classic Pack. First up, Boyz in the Hood. We're going to talk about it. We ain't recapping the whole movie now, but we're going to give y'all a couple classic moments. And then at the end of the episode, we're going to figure out what was the ultimate classic moment. But I got a couple classic moments to run down here. But first, before we get started, man, just where were you at when this movie came out?
When this movie came out, man, I was having me in elementary school. I went to the movies to see it. I was young, and it was instant classic.
Man,
I thought I was though, boy.
I watched that movie on VHS. I ain't watching the movies though. Man, was Dope Boy misunderstood, man. I felt sorry for Dope Boy when I watched this back. I was like, man, they did Dope Boy dirty, man.
Yeah, fact, definitely. Especially his mama. I know we're gonna get into it.
Oh yeah. That's definitely one of my talking points. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. So we start off this thing with young Trey. Of course, we got to go back, before we get into Cuba Gooding Jr., that version of Trey. But anyway, so we start out him on the block with his little friends or whatnot, and they see the first sight of blood and ever in his life. So we get that, and then it goes from that to the classroom scene where we get in the Indians and Pilgrim talk, and I'm just shaking my head at this point. I'm like, what is this lady talking about, man? Well, of course I didn't know back then, but now I'm just looking back at it now. I'm like, man, what was we learning back then, man?
Both of them scenes is classic to me. Talking about the y'all want to see a dead body?
I'm coming up to that one.
I thought that you were talking about the first.
That's not it yet. That was, they walked up on it. It wasn't a body. It was just blood.
Oh, you talking about the African booty scratcher?
Yeah.
That was a classic insult back in the day, man. If somebody called your ass an African booty scratcher, you had to fight, bro.
So, classic moment number one, since we already own it. Of course, we go to the scene with Trey. We talked about them learning school. Then Trey gets up in front of the class, tell everybody they from Africa. Then old buddy was like, "I ain't from Africa. I'm from what? Crenshaw Mafia." Then he got to call him the African booty scratcher, and then they got the tussling. But yeah, that was definitely the first classic moment right there. If you're Trey with his first fight, which led to him, his mama, and of course that contract, that ghetto contract they had, where he said, if he acted up in school, he was going to go live with Furious, his father. So at this point, we get Trey moving in with his dad, and Furious is Furious. Is he dad of the year, man? I think he was solid. Looking back at it,
super solid.
So
he's definitely dad of the decade. One of them.
Okay, yeah,
he's in the running, and I can't find nothing wrong with him.
Nothing at all. He started out instilling that work ethic in him. It took him all day to rake them goddamn leaves. I'm like, man. Then he had to clean that dirty. He was wrong for that dirty ass tub, though. I don't know what was going on right there, though. And then, classic moment number 2, the break-in. When you hear that goddamn jazz music, something about to go down. Your boy wakes up out of his sleep, pulls the piece. I don't know how that man missed. How did he miss? Had that boy hopping up out his shoes though. But yeah, that was definitely classic moment number 2 for me. And then after this, we get into classic moment number 3. You talked about it before. Who want to see a dead body? One of the iconic moments. And of course, him, Doughboy. I forgot the other kid's name. Was it Chris?
Little Chris.
Yeah, little
Chris
Chris.
was turned up from a young age.
Okay. Then so yeah, they walk up on this dead body, and then some couple guys from the hood pop up on him. Ricky, he had that goddamn ball that he should have broke. But I gotta say, dude, he didn't have a name. The big guy with the band, the do-rag, they ended up giving him his ball back. I gotta say, he was solid for that. He was solid. So but I got to give it to Doughboy too, man. He stood up for us, but even though he got his ass kicked, he stood up for him. but Doughboy was solid, man. Doughboy was solid. And then after this, we get into the leader or follower scene, where Trey and Furious are at the lake, and he gives us the 3 rules. Look a man in the eye. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. And don't respect anybody that doesn't respect you back. That's some solid advice. And then they got into the sex talk. You stick your thing in her, and then 9 months later, a baby pops up. But then of course he gave him, the difference between, what's a real man and what's a baby daddy, basically. So, I kind of had to respect the relationship that, they had. Not every son can, have that talk with their father about, having sex and being a father and all this stuff like that.
Definitely giving them the game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Then after this, he starts talking about Fury starts talking about people in his past and, how he didn't follow, that path or whatnot. And then that transitions into that scene where they're on a ride back. Doughboy is going off the juvie or whatnot. And then we go into 7 years later where we finally see the Cuba version of Trey with that goddamn Dope Boy shirt on that y'all see in the cover right here.
That is like the shirt off the Cosby Show that Vanessa made.
That too.
Yeah, what's it called? The Gordon Cottrell.
Yeah.
Hey, them silk shirts was it right back in the day, man.
Yeah. Definitely. Then let's see. So Doughboy celebrating being back home, but of course, you got. I guess this is where I want to get into the mama situation. Was she trash? Of course, I think she was.
She might be worse than Tasha, bro.
Because later on in the movie, Doughboy pointed out that Ricky had in-home pee. Y'all know what the P stands for. And a baby, but the mama was letting it slide. I'm talking about they tongue kissing and everything, when she was barbecuing in front of him and everything, she just let stuff slide all willy-nilly. But when it come to Doughboy, then she, and then she was, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, we see these parents make these differences between their children. Like, she clearly hated Doughboy and loved Ricky.
Yeah, like early in the movie, she was just dogging the man out. She like, you ain't never gonna be shit. I was like, God damn. So it just starting out from childhood, he was already kind of set up to fail somewhat. But but then we got Trey and his girlfriend, who was played by none other than Nia Long. And they're, somewhat distant because, they're having issues with sex. They're not having sex. And the whole movie, he's trying to get in them draws. And it took him, running to the police to finally get some. But I'm gonna get to that part. But so after this, he goes to his dad, to get taped up or whatnot. And then we go into classic moment number 3, where he caps big time about this story and how he went, how he got this girl, went to a house, and then the grandma came up with the butcher blade. Yeah, so that was definitely classic moment number 3. Then after this, we got him going back to his dad's house. He's on the phone. He's still trying to get the draws. And then old girl, his mama calls in. What's her name? Reva. Reva calls, and and this is where I want to get into, was Reva trash? Because at this point, this dude is dang near a grown man, but she wants him to come back to live with him. And Furious has done all this work instilling all these values and teaching him and everything like that. So was she kind of trash?
Nah,
she was being, being a mom, but
want her son back. She wasn't trash on the strength, but she did let him go, stay with him, get what he needed from his pops.
But yeah, it was just kind of weird. I'm like, she put up this big fuss. I'm like, your son is basically a senior in high school getting ready to go to college. I'm like, right, it's a little late now, but but yeah, that was kind of trash for me. But anyway,
definitely.
But anyway, let's go next scene here. The college recruiter, when he came to the house, and how once again Ricky's mama being trash, code switching like a mug. When the recruiter come by, she all proper and pleasant and everything like that. But at this point, Ricky has to pass the SAT, and he's feeling pressure from Ned. Then he's thinking about going into the army, all that stuff like that. So let's see, other than that, then we go into the message, where Furious Furious brought Ricky and Trey down to that blank lot or whatever where the sign was.
He started, gotta be in the running for classic of the whole film towards the end. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes.
Yep. But so that would be classic moment number 4. But I dubbed that the message. Where he started, breaking down about gentrification and black ownership in the hood, stuff like that. And, the systematic, I guess you could say, sabotage, with the black community, and how there's gun stores, liquor stores, still going on today. Pawn shops, payday loans, all that still in the hood. And then I think it was either Trey or Ricky that said, if Doughboy heard this message, would he go down a different path? Do you think he would have went down a different path if he heard that message?
No, too late.
Too late.
He should have been staying with Furious. That's the only thing that could have saved him as a youngster.
But even though he was in that life, he still had somewhat, of a mind on him. It was there. He had potential, but he was just too far in the game. But then after this, we go to the meetup at the mall. Who you calling a bitch? Why God better be a bitch? With Regina King. So that's another one of my favorite parts in the movie. And then of course we get I call them the boys in red because I can never remember their name. And the little red 4-door with the Jerry curl.
Yeah. Well, it was just on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember dude's name either.
But yeah, I just call them boys in red. So
the Bloods, right?
Yeah, the Bloods. So they come through, and shoves Ricky a little bit. So I'm like, at this point, should Ricky have just let it slide?
But how good did that bag of Doritos look? He was munching them boys.
Banging.
That's what Doritos was. Doritos. That big ass bag was 99. That was a 99-cent bag.
Yeah, but should Ricky have let that slide though?
Hell yeah, he should have let it slide.
Maybe he would have been alive if he let that slide. Because that started a chain reaction right there. And then, Doughboy, he was scrapped up, and then it set off from there. Yeah.
That's just how it is, man. That's the equivalent of somebody talking trash to you on Instagram now.
Yep.
Nothing. Bumped you in a crowded street.
Then Ricky, I gotta point out the goofy for Ricky when the time comes. So anyway, let's keep going. So next up, I think I got another classic moment here. Trey and Ricky get pulled over by the self-hating black cop who was worse than the white cop.
Another message scene.
You think you tough. I always think about the parody though with Bertie Mac. I hate black keys on a piano. But yeah, the black cop was definitely pressing in this movie. So
yeah.
But
deep scene right there. Definitely classy.
And then, your boy goes back home, starts fighting the air. Try not to knock over my bike. Oh man, but this is all wrapped up in the same moment. So and then of course he finally gets the sympathy sex from his girl. So and after that we get another classic moment. Ricky's last run. So of course this girl wants him to go get some cornmeal. He goes to the store with Trey. And then, of course, they're being followed by the boys in red. And during this chase, he decides.
I got another classic moment before that.
Go ahead.
You interject. Keisha, keep your kid off the street.
Right. Yep.
You got her out the street. And then, my man, the boys in red pulled up on him.
You got some blow. You got some rock.
Yeah, but that happened right before the scene you talk about when he had to get the cornmeal. And is it her fault for not having going grocery shopping?
It might be. It might be.
Why you didn't get what you needed?
Yeah, you supposed to let your man stay home. Hot out here in these streets, man. But anyway, so well, I had in my notes here was Ricky mom trash, but I think I answered that question already, so I got to it a little early. But there was definitely a double standard between the two sons by letting Ricky get away with more than Doughboy would, and then but yeah, so during so during this chase, he found time to take a piss. Oh, I wouldn't be taking no piss if my life is on the line. I have to piss my pants.
Like, come on, man. You gonna forget you even got to piss. When the journey get to pumping you out, I'm about to show that 4.4 speed. I'm already at the crib. Like, and he didn't look like an athlete running.
Right.
He's supposed to have all this blazing speed. I didn't see it. Like, I need to see the tape.
Man, you supposed to be zigging and zagging, man. What are you doing? But yep, your boy Ricky was gunned down. And then of course they take his bloody body back to the mama house.
That was goofy too. What are you doing?
And Doughboy can't get no love, man. So like
he literally had nothing to do with it.
You did this.
He was nowhere to be found. He didn't even have nothing to do with the initial beef. He was coming to save his brother.
Yep. You did this, man. So then after this, of course, it's revenge time. So
to get back.
Yep. Meet me at the house in 5 minutes. Then of course, Furious talks his son down though, at least for a slight moment, but he winds up.
I used to have him.
Oh, the damn ball. That might be a classic moment, but
He is. I used to have him. I could not find him.
oh man,
I was about to break the boys out. It would have been perfect.
damn. But so yeah, they're riding down, and then he hits him with that line, "Doe, let me out. Doe, let me out." So he gets to his senses, goes back home, and then Doughboy catches them slipping at the burger joint.
How much ketchup was my man putting on his fries too? Did you peep that?
A lot.
Like, damn. This was what Buddy was like, man. No wonder we got high blood pressure in the black community.
But yep, blood and ketchup everywhere. No, blood and Jerry curl juice everywhere.
Right. Caught him straight slipping and took his time with it. Probably some of the best revenge ever. Kicked him in the ass and shot him in the face.
Told that man to turn around, look me in the eye.
Dude talking about I ain't pulled the trigger. Dude, your water is getting turned off.
So they got your boy up, got the boys in red up out of here. And then aftermath of the shooting, when we get towards the end of the movie.
Now that's one off-camera death I'm glad they didn't show.
Was that off camera?
The whole dope. No, I'm talking about you said we're gonna get into the aftermath.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
I didn't want to see my man die.
Right. Yeah, he just faded away on us. But of course he delivered the classic line. Either they don't know, don't show, or care what's going on in the hood, which is also a classic. But after that, your boy fades away. We get the message of, repeating the cycle. Of course, he got gunned down. Violence begets violence. But we leave off at a happy ending. Of course, we get the little epilogue.
Didn't they zoom in on that stop sign, or was that the beginning?
I
think it was the end. They zoomed in on the stop sign real quick. Like,
what was
stop.
That? I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
But yep.
I don't know why that just infatuated me when I was a kid watching it. Like, we need to stop this. Hey, they really caught me with that one.
But yeah. And anyway, so that wraps up Boyz n the Hood. So
the first classic pack. What's next on the agenda?
You gotta figure out the ultimate classic moment. What would you go with?
I'm gonna pick 3. I gotta go with the first Furious speech. I gotta go where y'all want to see. It's so many moments. It's either gotta be the Furious speech, y'all want to see a dead body, or the whole punch in the air scene. Those are my 3 choices.
If I had to pick, I'm gonna go ahead and go with one. You can't beat the Ricky, man. Ricky.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with that. The ultimate classic moment.
The 5.2 speed. That wasn't no 4.4.
Zig and Zag, man. What was you doing? But yep. So that's gonna be it for this one. And next movie will be Brillo's choice, whatever that may be. You got anything in mind?
You know me, man. We either gonna go. We're gonna go New Jack City, man. I've been watching Nino a lot with the Nino clips on Mondays and Thursdays. I think we're gonna go New Jack City, the Brillo way.
New Jack. All right, you heard it. All right, so before we go ahead and get up out of here, just announce what's next for your channel and what we got.
All right, so Monday, of course, is going live with the crew. Hopefully, everybody be able to make it in. Wednesday, I'm going live on Pretty Girl Love Trap channel at 8:15 with the Trap Queen. Of course, we got the classic pack coming next week. That's pretty much it. Thursday, I'm going live again. Not another boring live, and I'm gonna try to throw in another extra bonus video pre-recorded. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but definitely. Oh, and find me on Mo.J channel as well, talking about P Valley.
All right. As for myself, of course, expect another classic pack next week. Got some gaming videos coming, so check out for that as well. And I might be doing another podcast. That game supposed to be dropping, so I might be talking about that next week. So episode 25 might be up next week, so watch out for that. But of course, I drop anything, off inspiration. So just keep track of your notifications. You'll never know when I drop. So but anyway, that is gonna wrap it up for us. If y'all enjoyed this classic pack, make sure to hit that like button. Give us your classic moments down below in the comments. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the JH Review and Brillo the Big Review. We will see y'all next time. Peace out.